Yo, it's Bam Bam Mo back with me. And now we talked about many different parts of the soul and many different aspects. Are you talking about of the God body, so to speak? Basically saying you have a multidimensional body that is you, right? And so you have every part of the body is like a template, right? Because you have the many different templates that come down and they correlate to parts of your body. So this is what the God body is. When we talk about the God body, it's basically like saying, each aspect is these things. So I went over the soul. I went over which is still an aspect of the soul. All of it's soul, but the spirit comes off of that, and you have many different bodies. So you have the soul. You have the Khat, which is going to be the physical body. You're going to have the Kabet, which is going to be the plasma in the blood. You're going to have the Ab, which is the spiritual heart. You're going to have the Hadi, which is the physical heart. You're going to have the Ku, which is going to deal with your thyroid, your upper part of your thyroid and different things like that. Then you're going to have your the Ak, and what else? The Ka, and many different parts, right? But today we're gonna talk about the Ka, right? And how the Ka is in tune with your thinking and your intellectual ability. So I was saying how the Ku also deals with a certain mental aspect of you, but the Ka also deals with when you're talking about the pituitary gland. So the pituitary gland it sits right here, right? And it controls pretty much, it's the master gland that controls most of the other glands' functions. So we're gonna get into the pineal gland in the next video, but this is just for you to understand that the principle of the Ka is connected to the pineal gland. So you're talking about different aspects of the spirit is connected to different aspects of the body. And we talk about this all the time, like the organs being the archons, like the demons. Well, not really the demons, but the lower aspects of you. And then you have in more of the higher aspects, which is going to be in the head or the heavens, which is going to be the holy place. So you're going to have these different cranial nerves, but that connect down through the body. I'm rebuking any negative energy from these statues. But what I'm saying is the principle of the Ka can, basically it can exist for up to 1,000 years, right? So this part that is connected to your pituitary can exist up for 1,000 years, and it can inhabit these idols or these statues that they call shawaptis, right? Which is or teraphim in the Bible, right? Which is basically saying like, oh, idol worshippers or idol gods. But in actuality, you're talking about the ability for spirits or the Ka part of the spirit to inhabit, these physical items, so to speak. But when we talk about in reference to our ancestors and to the nature beings that are in the Neteru and our gods, we understand that this is not idol worship. This is also, honoring them and giving reverence to their energy. Or this also brings their presence into wherever in the home or wherever you're at. So it can also be used as protection as well. So what happens is people will automatically the Bible will confuse you and try to make you think that this is idol worship and it's evil, but you really be needing to understand that these are just like anything you do. Even if you're watching a TV show, if you see something on that TV show, like, let me give you an example. If let's say you see a preacher preaching on TV, or you see let's say you see a gang member from Compton on TV, no matter what you do, that's still an energy signature that's going to lead you back to that thing. So let's say when it comes to these beings, same thing, right? When it comes to any being, you're talking about you having a certain energy signature that is going to be that can call forth your energy. So that's what you're getting, right? Or even an aspect of your energy, if you want to say it's an aspect. Like we got here, we got Ra and Horus mixed together. I forgot to say their name, but it's an aspect of the sun and an aspect of the sky god, and that them two aspects together will give you this energy, and that's what you're bringing forth when you have the statue, so to speak. So when people are when people start to comprehend this, they can start to see the higher awareness of what the Ka is, or what, these different levels of spirit are. So we are all connected to Source, to the Most High, but we understand these different aspects are also what needs to be balanced within us. And so when we talk about outside of us, we know that we have a connection with these beings that will ultimately, by knowing correct or right knowledge, what is negative and what is positive and what is ultimately good for us, especially the individual. So when you're talking about the Ka spirit, you have the two aspects, which can be the lower and higher Ka, which is going to be like when you're talking about disagreeable and agreeable beings, or like parts of a circle being like two halves of a circle. You're going to have ultimately a higher and lower spirit, or what you would call an angel and a demon. But on this level, it's a certain level of existence that you are in as being a multidimensional being. So the spiritual body houses the soul, while the spiritual etheric houses the soul. Pretty much okay, my bad, I said it all wrong. The spiritual body houses the soul of the spiritual etheric planes. And so what I'm talking about is you have ultimately a thing that we call absolute spirit, or we talking about this wholeness of things when you're talking about the soul and things like that. And then you have something that you call, aspects of the spirit, which is when things are in a divided state, so to speak. And that's the only way you can manifest things, is when things are in a state of division and then brought back together in unity. So, a human pretty much can have a spirit without a soul, if I'm being real with you. And if you want me to be honest with you, this is the thing that kind of causes them to, a lot of people that don't have the aspect of the soul, or don't have the aspect to really have a certain magnetism, it's easy for them to get their auric field to get penetrated, and for them to get taken over by some of these entities, or come into their mental space. And this is why you have people that are schizophrenic, and they become psychotic, and they become, or they become very traumatic in the mind and have mental problems, and they do a lot of crazy stuff. So this is what happens when you're talking about, even when you drink, even if somebody was to drink alcohol or anything like that, right? It's the same thing. You are bringing a certain energy into your auric field when you do this. Now, did I say it's bad? No. But is it a negative aspect? Yes. But is it always bad? No. It's dependent upon how you choose to utilize the energy. So you're talking about somebody who masters oneself versus somebody who just believes that something is real. So you mastering what God gave you, or what the Most High gave you, is ultimately what you're doing. You feel me? This is the biggest key, the biggest role of these different bodies. But when you're talking about the Ka is showing you that you ultimately have an angel and a demon, and you have many different aspects of yourself that you need. But you also know that you need to learn how to balance those things, because they can try to take hold of you on either side. And people think it's just a demon thing. No, even on your love and light side, too much love and light is never good, because you'll never defend yourself. You understand? So you need to have both in order to really be able to have a wholeness in things. So you having a wholeness in all your bodies, you having a wholeness in the larger unified field is what you're doing. So the principle of the Ka is very important, because it's teaching you how to, understand that these different aspects of spirit is still a part of me. And yeah, it's Bammy Mode. Make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe. Hey, and just support, bro. You feel me? Just hit that like button if you can. Whatever y'all, you feel me? Whatever you want to do, just subscribe, bro. We be lit.